I'm going to show you the number one reason why you can't sell your property. And for those of you who are with me to the end, I'm also going to share with you the one thing that I do to ensure that I never end up in such a situation whenever I am taking on a property. I've been reading the Bible for 15 years, and it's because of my faith that I do not like it when people are deceived or lied to. It's because of this reason that I decided to record this video. Many people believe that the most common reasons why you and I cannot sell a home is because the property is too highly priced. Additionally, because the property is in a terrible state, or even because there is some kind of physical problem that stops us from selling the property, or other reasons such as these. So in this video, we're going to be speaking about the real reason why a person cannot sell their property. Now, although we can't change the past, I'm going to show you in this video 3 things that you can do to improve your situation if you found yourself in this dilemma. So, what is the real reason, I hear you ask? Well, you know when you go out to buy a house and you know that this is the perfect home for you, so you buy it. However, you didn't take any time to really consider the long-term financial factors, such as, is the property located in an area with good growth potential? Is this property at risk of being at less value if various local changes occur? Is the property actually a good investment? Considering the events of 2020 and 2021, is the property going to increase in value at a rate that is faster than any potential market crashes, any potential lockdowns, and any other potential aspects of change that may occur in the area, which could have an effect on the property or other properties in the area's market prices? Yep, that's it. A few months back, I was contacted by a client who had bought a property for a particular price in the year 2006. The property had failed to climb in value, and side by side with a string of badly behaving tenants, the property also at the time was not generating any rental income in order for the property to be able to pay its mortgage. I was contacted in order to see if I could help the client to sell their property with speed. Due to the bad behaving tenants, unfortunately, the client had been unable to make their mortgage payments on time, and so, as I usually do, I did the numbers. It became very apparent to me very quickly that the property price was very similar to the price that the property was actually bought for back in 2006. With that in mind, the remaining mortgage was still very close to the price the house would have sold for today, as well as the fact that the house was actually also in a state of disrepair. What this meant was if the client decided to sell the property, they would end up not making but rather losing money, as they would have to settle the mortgage as well as pay fees to both the solicitors and the associated estate agents in order to offload the property. Even worse, if the client decided to repair and refurbish the property, they actually would have potentially lost even more money because of the simple fact that the sale value after repairs was not going to be much more than the sale value without doing the repairs at all. This is what we call negative equity, where the value of a property is equal to or less than the associated debt connected to the property. And this is the main reason why a person can't sell a property. So now, what can you do to improve your situation if you found yourself in this scenario? Number 1, don't bury your head in the sand. You should speak to your mortgage lender and find out exactly what it would cost in order for you to entirely settle your mortgage. Knowing the cost will help you to start to plan your way out. Number 2, you should seek help. Having a conversation with an ethical property investor and or a reputable debt consolidation organization can help you to start to explore possible exits from the situation that you have found yourself in. Very simply, informal conversations can take place and give you ideas of things you could potentially do moving forward. As it states in the Bible, 2 are better than 1. Number 3, be open to creative solutions. Now, non-traditional problems typically tend to need non-traditional solutions. So you should be very mindful to ensure you speak with the people we mentioned in step number 2, because in many cases, your lender may not share with you these non-traditional approaches. Now, creative and ethical approaches abound when you speak to the appropriate parties. Hopefully, you can now see how dangerous it is to buy property without understanding the associated risks. And this nicely leads me on to share with you the one thing that I do to ensure that I never end up in a negative equity situation. 14 years ago, I was told by a coach, in property, we make our money when we buy. It's because of this adage that I made a decision that I will never buy a property unless I can clearly see where the money is to be made on the entry of the deal. It is this one key that has kept me from making several bad property purchases. And this key has also played as the foundation to all of the great property deals that I have taken on. Now, if you want to use this same key in order to move further faster in your property investing journey, then go and watch this video right here where we will share with you how you can do exactly that.